Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, The Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. All right, so this is Impact Wrestling Quick Shot for November 18th, 2022. Before we get started with Overdrive, I just want to let everyone know this guy is going to Impact Wrestling Sacrifice in March. I got my tickets this morning. I'm going to Sacrifice Fallout, both shows, got my tickets. So excited. I can't wait. Finally get to see Impact Wrestling live for the first time in over 2 years. And I couldn't be happier. And the tickets are in my Apple are in my Apple Wallet right now, and I'm gonna keep them. I can't wait for them. They're just waiting to get scanned, and they're just waiting to get scanned at St. Clair College, and I can't wait. So March 24th, March 25th. Impact Wrestling, Sacrifice Fallout, Windsor, Ontario, St. Clair College, and this guy's going. Both shows. All right. So, speaking of shows, tonight, as I mentioned, is Overdrive, Impact Wrestling Overdrive. And Impact Wrestling has a nice little lineup of matches set for tonight. Two matches were announced today, two pre show matches were announced. I think that's it. No other matches besides that were announced, but two pre-show matches were announced. So let's do a rundown of the matches that have been announced so far, and I think we might get one or two more matches announced. But it's already 3 o'clock, and I want to get this prediction show in before Overdrive. So the first pre-show match will be the Bullet Club. Ace Austin, Chris Bay taking on the current New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight champions, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns, and it's a tag team match to determine the new number one contenders for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championship. And this is going to be a terrific match. It just blows my mind that this is a pre-show match. I can't believe this is a pre-show match. The only thing that I'm thinking is Chris Bay, Ace Austin. They need to be in Japan on Monday, so they're going on first, the first pre-show match. And once that match is over, they're packing up and they're headed to the airport and they're flying to Japan. So that's why I'm thinking that this match is going to be the first pre-show match. It'll give Ace Austin and Chris Bay time to leave early, get whatever flight they have to catch, and head to Japan because they're part of the Super Junior Tag League on Monday. It all kicks off on November 21st, and ASOS and Chris Bay their first match against Los Ingobernables de Japan's Titan and Bushi, which is going to be a terrific match. So, but this match is going to be fantastic. Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, two amazing athletes, two of the top tag teams in the world. Um, and yeah, that's what I said. Two top tag teams in the world. Ace Austin and Chris Bay wouldn't be part of Super Junior Tag League if they weren't one of the top tag teams in the world. So, but again, this is going to be an absolute barn burner of a match. It's going to be just fantastic, pure fire. But I think Ace Austin and Chris Bay are going to win here to give them momentum going into the Super Junior Tag League tournament, and it also gives them makes them one the there's three things here that it's going to do for Chris Bay and Ace Austin. One, it's gonna give them the momentum going into the Super Junior Tag League in Japan. Two, it's going to make them the number one contenders to the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles. They deserve a run. They deserve a shot at the tag team titles. They're a terrific tag team. And three, it will give them an excuse to contact New Japan Pro Wrestling or reason to contact New Japan Pro Wrestling and saying, look, we defeated the New Japan Pro Wrestling Openweight Tag Team Champions on Impact Wrestling. We want a title shot. So those are the three things it's going to do for Ace Austin and Chris Bay. They deserve a big push. They're a terrific tag team. They get the win here and they get the momentum going into Japan. When they come back, they challenge for the Impact Wrestling tag team titles, whoever the champions may be. And then they, of course, have a reason to contact New Japan Pro Wrestling and saying, look, we want to be on strong. We deserve a title shot against the Motor City Machine Guns. So that's three things it's going to do for Ace Austin and Chris Bay. So Ace Austin, Chris Bay, they win this match. Big win for Ace Austin, Chris Bay over the Motor City Machine Guns. Then we have a 6-way X Division match. Kenny King versus Yuya Uemura versus Rich Swann versus Speedball Mike Bailey, former X Division champion, versus Jason Hotch. Good to see Jason Hotch getting some time in here on Overdrive, and Bhupinder Gujjar. So it's a 6-way match. There's nothing on the line. There's no number one contendership on the line or anything like that. At least I'm not. I don't think there is. Nothing's been announced unless I missed it. But this should be an absolute spot fest of a match. Very, very excited. There should be a lot of fast-paced, incredible action in this one. Really looking forward to seeing what Jason Hotch can do against the likes of a Rich Swann or a Mike Bailey or a Kenny King or a Yuya Uemura. So I got my eyes on Jason Hotch in this one. Yuya Uemura, also fantastic talent. We'll love to see Yuya Uemura win this one. But I think Mike Bailey's going to take it. I think Mike Bailey is going to come out victorious in this one, but it's going to be an absolutely spectacular pre-show match. Then we get to the main card. Just going to run down. I don't necessarily know if this is the lineup order, but I'm just it's how it's set up here on Wikipedia. So we have Jordan Grace defending the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Championship against Masha Slamovich in a last knockout standing match. This is going to be an absolute freaking war, This might be the match of the night. This could very well steal the show, this match, but it's going to be an absolute war. They're going to be, I think they're going to be all over the arena in this one. There's going to be weapons involved. You might see some bloodshed, but it's going to be an absolutely dynamite match. But when all is said and done, when all is over, I do believe that Masha Slamovich will become the new Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Champion. So I'm going with Masha Slamovich. In this one, we have the career-threatening match. Mickie James against Taylor Wilde. If Mickie James loses, then she will retire from in-ring competition. This should be an excellent match as well. Expecting good stuff here from Taylor Wilde. Good to see her back full-time in Impact Wrestling. Mickie James is Mickie James. I don't need to tell anybody how great Mickie James is. I think they're going to have good chemistry in this one. I think we're going to see some good back-and-forth action. I think we're going to see some really close near falls by Taylor Wilde. Just like a 2.5 count, a couple of 2.5 counts. And I can't believe I didn't win. I can't believe Mickie James is still alive in the match. There's going to be lots of that going on, I think, in this one. And but Mickie James isn't losing. Mickie James is not going to lose this one. She's not ready to retire. I really believe that it's going to be Masha Slamovich that's going to be retiring Mickie James. But Taylor Wilde is not Masha Slamovich, so I'm going with Mickie James to win this one. Now, I'm actually surprised that Sami Callihan and Steve Maclin aren't involved. They aren't on this show. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that too much. But next match, on the next match to discuss, Bully Ray versus Moose in a tables match. Now, this originally wasn't a tables match. And I thought that there's no way Moose is going to pin Bully Ray. Bully Ray, he could cash in at any time and get a title shot. So that's what the storyline is leading to. Bully Ray against Josh Alexander for the Impact Wrestling World Championship. And I was thinking, when it was a normal match, I was thinking Bully Ray's not going to get pinned by Moose. But this is a tables match now. So if there's interference, and I'm thinking Steve Maclin is going to interfere in this one, Steve Maclin. I'm picking Moose to win this one. I'm picking Moose to put Bully Ray through a table. There's a big difference being pinned or submitted as opposed to be putting through a table. So Bully Ray really won't lose anything if he gets put through a table, because you can say, it was interference and Steve Maclin interfered and Moose took advantage of putting him through a table. So Bully Ray's not going to get pinned. He's not going to get submitted in this one. He's just going to get put through a table. I don't think Moose should lose to Bully Ray. Again, Bully Ray may very well win, but I just have a feeling that Macklin is going to interfere, and he's going to help Moose, and Moose is going to win, to defeat Bully Ray. With the help of Steve Macklin. So I'm going with Moose to defeat Bully Ray. And I don't really necessarily think Moose should be losing to Bully Ray. Tables match or not, but I'm going with Moose to win this one. I could be wrong in this one. I probably will be wrong, but I'm going with Moose to defeat Bully Ray in the tables match. Then we have the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Tag Team titles on the line. The Death Dolls, Jessica, Taya Valkyrie, and or Rosemary. So it's Freebird rules with the three, defending against Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans. This should be a very, very good match as well. Love Tasha Steelz. I kind of wish it was Kiera Hogan. I think Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan were a terrific tag team. Steelz and Evans are a good tag team, but they're not Tasha Steelz and they're not Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan. It would have been awesome if Kiera Hogan came back and team with Tasha Steelz and went after the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Tag Team titles again. But anyway, should be a good match. But Death Dolls retaining this one, whether it's Jessica, Taya Valkyrie, Jessica Rosemary, Taya Valkyrie, Rosemary, whatever the combination is. I'm going with the Death Dolls to retain in this one over Savannah Evans and Tasha Steelz. And I wouldn't be surprised if Savannah Evans takes the loss and Tasha Steelz turns on Savannah Evans. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Just kind of something deep down inside me is saying we might see that tonight. Tasha Steelz having enough of Savannah Evans and turning on Savannah Evans. Then we have the Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles on the line. The champions, Heath and Rhino versus the major players, Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. And this is going to be a great match, man. I love Brian Myers. I love Matt Cardona. Not the biggest Heath and Rhino fans, but I think Myers and Cardona are going to make this into an excellent match. And Brian Myers, Matt Cardona. Yeah, I want to say that they're going to be victorious here, but I think Matt Cardona is going back to the WWE. So I don't think Impact Wrestling is going to put the belts on Brian Myers and Matt Cardona just because of that. Because there's the rumor out there that Cardona is going back to the WWE with Chelsea Green. Because of that rumor, I don't think they put the titles on Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. If Matt Cardona was signed to like a 2-3 year contract with Impact Wrestling, then I would say 100% Brian Myers, Matt Cardona win the belts tonight. But that's not the case. So I'm going to pick Heath and Rhino to retain tonight against Brian Myers and Matt Cardona, with the new number one contenders being Chris Bay and Ace Austin coming back after Best of the Super Junior tournaments, Best of the Super Junior Tag League tournament, and challenging Heath and Rhino for the titles. Then we have the tournament final for the vacant X Division Championship. Very surprised Mike Bailey is not involved in this. I thought Mike Bailey was going to just regain the belt, and as did BQ of the Impact Lounge. But that's not happening. It's Black Taurus against Trey Miguel. This is going to be an absolute war between the two. Both are just absolutely phenomenal athletes, phenomenal wrestlers. Trey Miguel is a superstar. Trey Miguel is a superstar. Love Trey Miguel. Fan of Black Taurus as well. There should be some sick action in this one, but I'm going with Trey Miguel. To become a two-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion. So I got Trey Miguel winning tonight. And of course, the main event, Josh Alexander defending the Impact Wrestling World Championship against Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian winning the belt from the X Division title from Mike Bailey, cashing in option C, getting the title shot tonight. And Frankie Kazarian never holding the Impact Wrestling World title. That's what he wants, but he's not getting it tonight. He's not getting the title tonight. I would be very disappointed if Frankie Kazarian defeats Josh Alexander tonight. Josh Alexander is the face of Impact Wrestling right now, one of the greatest wrestlers that has ever stepped in an Impact Wrestling ring. He's the third longest reigning Impact Wrestling World Champion. He's going to pass AJ Styles very soon. in a couple of days, I think. He's not losing tonight. I think the plan is to make Josh Alexander the longest reigning Impact Wrestling World Champion in Impact Wrestling history. Once he passes AJ Styles, who's at 211 days, there's Bobby Roode, who I think is at 258 days. But I do believe the plan is to make Josh Alexander the longest reigning Impact Wrestling World Champion. So he's not losing tonight to AEW's Frankie Kazarian. No way, no how. I'd be very disappointed. Very disappointed, but I'm picking Josh Alexander to retain in an excellent match, with Frankie Kazarian giving it his all, coming close on a number of occasions during the match to winning the Impact Wrestling World title. But I'm picking Josh Alexander to be victorious to retain the Impact Wrestling World Championship and then pass AJ Styles. I think it's in a week, or I think it's in a week. He was at 198. Josh Alexander, last week he was at 198, so he's got to be at 205 now. So I think next week he should be number two. Next week he should be number two. And I kind of hope we get somebody confronting Josh Alexander. Would love to see like a Steve Macklin confront Josh Alexander after the match, or like a new face coming to Impact Wrestling. We'll love to see like a Davey Boy Smith Jr. showing up and confronting Josh Alexander after this match as to being a challenger. But we're probably gonna get Bully Ray, and who knows? What if Bully Ray cashes in tonight? What if Bully Ray cashes in tonight and then Josh Alexander defeats Bully? Josh Alexander's not losing the title. Or we might get I don't know if he's going to cash in tonight, or maybe he's going to tease cashing in for that title shot tonight, because he could get that title shot anytime he wants. But that could happen tonight after the match as well. But I'm hoping we see like a surprise or two tonight. I've been looking for rumors. I haven't been seeing any rumors of any surprises. But that's it. That's Impact Wrestling Overdrive tonight. Those are my predictions for Overdrive. Looking forward to it. Starting at 8 p.m. tonight. Again, Impact Plus, YouTube Ultimate Insiders, or you go on Fight TV and order it as a standalone pay-per-view. Okay, so that is it for this edition of Impact Wrestling Quick Shot for November 18th, 2022. Enjoy Impact Wrestling Overdrive tonight, folks. And until I'm back, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.